tapi kali ni saya akan tambah flavor dia dengan menggunakan ada software lah. Nak tambah lagi pula Muhammad ni kan. Iaitu saya pakai Jamovi. Just nak share the idea. Yes, I know that. I'll try my best. Okay, first of all, you got the data. And then you are going to analyze by two ways. The first one, go to analyze, descriptive and cross tab. So inside the analyze and cross tab, you are going to reset. In this case, I'm going to reset everything. So remember, the column here must be your DV. The column must be your DV. Column must be your DV. Which is sakit, tak sakit, sihat, tak sihat, mati, tak mati. Column must be your DV. And then the rows is your IV. So you can insert one by one, or you want to insert it in a package. Also can, no problem. Because it will analyze it as one by one. And you have the function, macam tadi kawan kita tanya kan, boleh tak kita nak buat dia stratification? Sebenarnya boleh by using the layer. The layer 1 of 1, the layer 1 of 2, the layer 3 of 4. Sebenarnya boleh. Itu advance lah. Okay. Tapi yang saya nak tunjuk ni yang mudah sangat. So the next step is actually go for the statistics. We are going to request these 3 items. The first one is the chi-square. The second one is the risk. And then the third one is the nominal contingency coefficient and pi and Cramer's V. Contingency coefficient and pi and Cramer's V is meant for producing the R, pseudo R. The pseudo R. Okay. And then after that, you click the continue.
Exact kenapa tak guna?
Pardon?
Exact.
Fisher exact.
Exact ni kenapa tak guna untuk exact time limit per test 5 minit dulu ke?
Which one? Oh, the exact test. Okay, this one, the exact. The exact here are sometimes not required because you are not doing the simulation. This one is meant to do with the simulation. You are trying to iterate. Maksudnya run benda tu iterationally. Macam kita ada 1000 sampel. So kita run. So, dia takkan bagi lagi output. Dia akan run dulu based on that hypothetical model of the time. Then baru dia bagi output. So biasanya kita pakai asymptotic lah. Kita tak pakai Monte Carlo. Yang ini kalau anda belajar tentang Monte Carlo simulation. Ini advance lagi lah. Asymptotic. So ini kalau anda nak exact time. Time per test is 5 minutes. Means that anda boleh buat Monte Carlo simulation for 5 minutes. So your result much more accurate lah. Tapi sebenarnya you bukan dapat this result. You are actually getting the simulated result.
Kalau kita dia ajar, dia kena klik exact.
Klik exact ni. Siapa yang ajar ni? Yang doktor ajar?
Puan Miza.
Oh, Puan Miza. Yang ini kalau kamu nak boleh pilih. Tak ada masalah.
So dia akan ada effect ke tak ada?
Kalau tanya saya, this one is only done for the Monte Carlo simulation. For computational limit allows. Sebab tu saya tak pakai. Saya pakai asymptotic je. Asymptotic is only being used for this because the exact method will be used instead of the Monte Carlo when the computational limit is allowed. For non-asymptotic method, cell count are always rounded and truncated in the computing the test statistics. So that's mean if you are not going to use the asymptotic, you can use the exact or Monte Carlo simulation. Up to you lah. Ini adalah based on the methods that you want to use. For me, I'm not going to use the exact. In fact, I'm going to use the asymptotic. Asymptotic means that we are assuming that it is comparable. It's a comparable. It is not something yang big dimension lah. Saya pakai asymptotic only. And then for the statistics, I will explore these 4 and then followed by another one which is the cell. Cell ni pun sebenarnya option. Either you want to also request for the percentage by column or not, up to you. Okay. And then the next one will be the format lah. Format style bootstrapping ni adalah untuk nak cantikkan anda punya output lah. Last but not least is the paste. So bila saya tekan paste, dia akan keluar syntax. And then anda akan boleh run lah. Anda run benda ni, dia akan come out dengan this idea. Okay, in fact, if you want to use the asymptotic yang non-asymptotic, contohlah non-asymptotic. So we can try it. We use the exact time. Based on this, I'm going to use time limit for 1 minute. Okay, contohlah sebab takut computational power kan. So I'm going to click the paste and then it will give the exact timer is 1 and then I can also run the cross tab. So what is the difference? Anyone notice any difference? So you are hardly to see any difference. So let me just highlight it a little bit. Exact timer sebab saya letakkan dia sebagai 1 minit. Okay, so I got here is the chi-square 1.15. Tengok, komputer saya pun dah start bunyi ya. Sebab saya pakai non-asymptotic. So ini adalah contoh dia. So sebenarnya sama je lah. Okay, lebih kurang sama, cuma beza kita buat the similarity or non-similarity. Spherical or non-spherical lah. Okay, itu yang pertama untuk kita punya part yang dipanggil sebagai cross-tabbing. Okay, next function. Next part is actually looking for the apa yang dipanggil sebagai logistic regression. Analyze, regression, and then binary logistic. We are going to insert all of the parameters. But remember to change that one into the 0 and 1, which is y dot n, followed by another one, which is the x1 until the x5. And then insert it like this, okay. Followed by the categorical, insert it also inside the categorical value. So yang ini kita nak tengok siapa yang makan. So siapa yang makan adalah istilahnya satu. Tak makan adalah dua. So let us begin this one indicator at the last. So that's mean whatever it is being compared against those yang tak makan. So tak makan tu sebab kita letak satu makan, dua tak makan. So everything will be at the back. And then we can click continue. And then we can also request for the classification plot and Hosmer Shaw, followed by the CI. And then you can also click for the paste lah. Ini contoh. After you producing this one, then you are going to produce the logistic regression result. So logistic regression ni akan keluar seperti yang anda lihat inilah. Okay, satu lagi noted yang saya nak bagi tahu. Saya pernah ceritakan kepada tuan-tuan dan puan tentang R-square. Ingat tak? Okay. Di dalam inside our logistic regression, our R-square, or we call it as a pseudo R-square, are being known under the tu yang tu. Nagelkerke R-square. Nagelkerke. Nagelkerke ni adalah the pseudo R-square for our not for our hypothesis, for our descriptive. So yang ini adalah seolah-olah 12.5. Maknanya 12.5 of our ni macam ni model fit, nampak? 0.181. Dia more than 0.05. So this one must be not significant sebenarnya. Omnibus test and also Hosmer Shaw must be not significant. Why I say like that? You see, whatever that we try to predict is not jauh tau. Macam ni kan, 7 dia jadi 8. 7 jadi 8. Macam tadi kan data tu dia jauh. Dia bertempiaran jauh. So this one also there are significant improve, which is from the 55 from the block 0 until the 62 from the block 1. So this is the idea about how you want to validate the model. So ini contoh validate the model already. So the most significant is actually air tebu, and the air tebu have the ability to influence the disease around 2.7 times. 2.7 times lah as compared to the other food. And then the 2.7 is actually after we minus 1, it is more than 1.7. 1.7 means that 170% more. The accessories lah. Itu daripada satu istilah lain lah kalau kita kata sebab kita punya null is 1. So contoh kita dapat 1.1. Maksudnya 0.1 tu is actually 10%. Faham tak? Kalau kita dapat katakanlah kita dapat 1.1. Maksudnya apa? 10% lah kan. Kalau kita dapat 1.4 maksudnya 1% pula. 1.1 maksudnya 0.1 times by 100 is 10%, betul lah. So kalau katakan kita dapat 2 is 100 lah. Betul lah. Sebab 2 minus 1 is round. 1 kan? 1 kali dengan 100 dapat 100. Betul kan? Faham tak? Sebab null kita is 1. So that is the idea. So if you already know about this thing, then habis lah. Khalas. Cuma next adalah kalau you nak explore this data into a different statistical analysis also can. Which is using the Jamovi lah. Tapi Jamovi ni adalah sangat SENANG. Apa tu? Dia lagi senang. Dia lagi senang. Dia tak payah nak tekan sana, tekan sini, tekan sana, tekan sini. Tetapi dia punya challenge in my opinion is you are not easily to replicate it inside here, but you can replicate it easily inside the R Studio. So example I just going to search for this data, and for your information, this one also can be the software of the Jamovi can also read the SPSS file. So you can straight away type the following example 1.food. Contohlah saya tekan je. So I got this. Is either CSV also can be read. They can also read the SPSS file and so on and so forth. So dia boleh baca lah data-data ini tuan-tuan dan puan sekalian. So let me just try to read this one SPSS food. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So saya punya data ni adalah seperti berikut. Food SPSS. So I got this. Okay, kejap saya tunjuk. Oh, dah nak kena balik Oh, kejap. Satu dot SPSS. Sorry. Okay, I got this one. So this is the SPSS food. So let's say I open this one. Okay, why the Jamovi is quite interesting as compared to others, because you can straight away analyze it and then you can read the data accordingly. Contoh, anda boleh pergi dekat butang yang dipanggil sebagai frequency here. You can go for the contingency coefficient. Ni contoh anda boleh pakai apa yang dipanggil sebagai goodness of fit, the independent sample test. Yang ini anda dah pernah belajar lah kan? Ke belum? Dalam CCRM kan? Okay. T-test apa semua kan. So katakanlah saya fikir yang ni, independent sample, contingency tables. So when I click this one, the Jamovi enable me to insert the following details. So contohlah saya letakkan Y. Y saya akan letak pada kolom. Ingat kolom anda mestilah Y dan row saya adalah X1 iaitu ayam. And then I can choose the statistic that I want. For example, I can choose for the relative risk. Okay. I can also request for the odds ratio. So that is the beauty of using. Dia terus keluar. And then dia bukan saja terus keluar, dia boleh terus copy and export it into the APA format. So that is much more interesting lah when talk about the Jamovi. Yes. Cuma kalau tuan-tuan puan perasan, dia tak boleh nak nampak dia tak boleh nak letak multiple kan. Dia adalah certain yang macam ni. Yes, kena buat satu-satu lah. Kalau kamu nak guna banyak-banyak, you can by using the syntax this one. So the syntax are going to generate this one need to be run inside the RStudio. This one need to be run by inside the RStudio. In fact, you can also request for the cells, and in fact, you can also request for the plots with regard to the box plot and whatsoever. It is already there to display it for you. Okay, as simple as that. This is the example lah how you want to use this Jamovi. Kalau you nak buat juga apa yang dipanggil sebagai regression, you can also click the regression. For example, ordinal outcome. Okay, ordinal outcome. In this case, for example, we are going to insert the dependent variable, which is we already define as we not define it yet because kita ada satu lagi variable kan, nama y.n. Mana y.n? Tak ada y.n. Okay, never mind. We can just try use the dependent variable of 1 and 2, but I do believe that it will not give the appropriate answer lah. But we shall try it. Nampak? Dia akan jadi the dependent y has only 2 level. Consider doing a binomial logistic regression. So it's asked me to do the different thing, not the ordinal logistic regression. In fact, using the binomial. So let me just 2 outcome because it is 1 and 2 kan. So 1 and 2 are going to be inserted like this. Okay, 1 and x1 and x5 are going to be inside the covariate. So it's going to give the model coefficient and so on. Cuma masalah Jamovi ni lah. Dia akan run. Kadang-kadang kalau data kamu sampai ribu-ribu berat, dia akan sedikit lambat lah. Okay. And then you can also specify your reference value. Whether you want to see the sakit one or non-sakit. And then you can also go for the collinearity statistics, model check, model coefficients. Okay, ni semua tahu kan? Odds ratio. And then we can also specify for the confidence intervals, which is they are going to give the almost the same thing lah. Like what we get from the SPSS kan. Macam ni kan? Nampak? The odds ratio is 2.7. So the compositions of the lower and upper as follows kan. X berapa tadi? X4 kan. So that is the OR 2.7. Identify CI dia adalah X4 dia ada lain sikit ni kat sini. The estimates as follows. Lower interval and also the higher interval. Okay. Kemudian kita boleh letak yang lain-lain lah. Seperti classification tables. Ini ROC curve. Dia bagus dia pakai Jamovi ni, dia terus bagi. Tapi ikut RAM komputer lah. Kalau komputer anda slow, dia bagi bulat tu je lah. Dia bagi bulat tu je. Bagi bulat. Yeah. Okay. And then you can also save your model and so on. Okay. That is conclude everything with regard to our discussion from the morning until today. And then we shall continue our discussion on the later part.